going to be fun. So buckle your seatbelts, shall we? Here's what we've got. 2 areas of severe weather to talk about. First of all, to start off, our top 3 right along the southeastern and mid-Atlantic states, and then back through the Central Plains. We're looking at Louisville, some thunderstorms. By tomorrow, Washington, we're looking at showers and thunderstorms into this afternoon. Today, you can see that still hanging around. Now, our next area through tomorrow, temperatures and rain. And we're talking heavy rain. Boston, New York, Washington, D.C., 2 to 3 inches. Now, that's about half of what we got on Friday. But because we got all this rain already, that means we could be looking at a lot of flooding. And the place they do not need it. In Florida, Sarasota, Daytona Beach, on into Pensacola, staying stormy. We've got nothing but bad news for our friends in northern.
Yeah, you see my nice tan
Florida.
the nice tan that I got in Florida. This is called a rain tan.
I was going to say, it looks more like rust.
Oh gosh, I mean, it rained.
You got moss on your north side.
Yes. Seriously, that's not moss. But anyhow, I don't even know what that meant. I just said it. I don't even know what it meant. It literally rained. Okay, I'll tell you guys. It literally rained like this. Every day, all day, not only in Sarasota, but into Florida. Oh, I forgot we have no video. So that was going to be a nice transition until I realized we had no video. So it rained like this all day.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
I forgot we had no video, even though he told us literally 30 seconds ago.
Look at this.
I know, it's coming up the East Coast here, I-95 again. I know there was a lot of travel troubles when we had Andrea come through the Northeast, and it looks like we're going to have some slow travels again this morning because it's not only the Northeast, but the Midwest too that has some problems. So let's have a look at our flash flood advisories. A flood watch and a flash flood watch. Flash flooding is the kind that just kind of hits you off guard, comes through real quick, and just gets you. A flood watch means that you could have some flooding, but it's not going to happen as quickly, obviously, as a flash flood. That's probably pretty obvious to a lot of you, but just in case it wasn't, I'm not trying to talk down to you. I just want to make sure that everybody knows exactly what it means, because sometimes these terms, you know, you think they mean one thing, and it maybe isn't such the case.
The flood watch is more where places are prone to flood, whereas flash flooding can happen almost at any time, anywhere within that region.
Thank you.
It is a little bit of a difference.
Right. I just, you know, sometimes I don't want people to think that I'm trying to talk down to them. So severe weather here into the mid-Atlantic, and we are going to see temperatures mainly into the 70s, some 60s though. Boston on into Buffalo, New York, only 71. This is as we head later in the day as these storms are creeping northbound here. So it's going to be a wet one. Now, as I mentioned, Chicago showers are going out. We could see a few more though, but between New York, Chicago, and Atlanta, all seeing some storms today, travel could be a mess. Chicago is still very early for you. It is 4:30 in the morning, so planes don't really start taking off mainly at 6 o'clock. That's when you really start to see those planes starting to take off. So we have a little time to get those storms out. But there's times, one time I was in Chicago and there were storms that were coming in and I'm like, come on, take off, let's get off, let's get off. But we had to go back to the terminal, and the pilot just couldn't, you know, take off in time. So, you know what?
Chicago, again, we're looking at showers today. Not a lot of great weather. I mean, it's not going to be very good today. I mean, we're talking wet weather. In fact, as you mentioned, the air travel is going to be a real mess. It probably took them all weekend just to get caught up from Friday. Yeah, and now.
What's this red building in Chicago, by the way?
I don't know.
It's a new one right there. I like the coloration. Anyway, so that's what's going to happen into the Midwest.
Washington, D.C. Show you what's happening.
Aren't you glad I'm back?
In D.C. So much so. Cloudy skies. And we're going to be looking at some more rain there today on into tomorrow. And here's why. I mean, we basically have this low pressure, warm front, cold front combo, warm, moist air.